Okay, so this week's topic is on time management and procrastination, which I know is an issue that a lot of you have stated that you need help in. So, one of the most powerful things that I've done in class before and students really enjoy is just a demonstration on how we use our time. And so, I want you to think about your own issues with time and what your own priorities are and how different things can get in your way when you're dealing with your own time management. So first off, what are your priorities? So I've written out a couple things here and I'm going to demonstrate by using some rocks. So some of your priorities might be work, going to school, your family and your friends, homework, reading, and maybe school projects. So I really want to point out that homework and reading are two different things. And you have to make time for reading your textbook and you have to make time for doing homework or projects. So those are two different things that need to be separated and you need to make time for both. So I have a cup here and I'm going to go ahead and put in some rocks. So we have work, we have school, we have family, we have our friends. If you're in a relationship, you have that. Then you put in homework, doing your reading, and projects. So our cup is pretty full. However, that's not all that you do every week. There's a lot more to your week than just your priorities. So what comes next are the things that you have to do. So just depending on where you are in life, this might be a little bit different, but you need to pay your bills. You need to, clean. Please take a shower. Nobody wants you showing up to wherever you have to go, not showering. You have to do things like get gas, go to the grocery store, maybe help with siblings, run errands, do laundry. And so there's things that you have to do every week that are your own responsibilities. And so those are going to vary from student to student with whatever your own personal responsibilities are. But there are things that you have to do each and every week, each and every day to take care of. And so the things that you have to do are represented by the pebbles. So our jar is already pretty full, but I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in those pebbles and they just kind of fit in around the rocks, around our priorities. So we make time for the priorities first, and then we make time for the things that we have to get done. Those come next, okay? So they just kind of fit in there around what you have to do, okay? So the things that come next are things that you want to do. You've done your priorities, you've done the things that you have to do, so now you want to make time for yourself and things that you want to do. So again, these are going to vary by your own personal interests and your own hobbies, but maybe it's playing video games or going shopping, listening or playing music, reading, hanging out, going to the movies or watching a movie, watching TV, being on social media. I'm sure you all do other things that take up your time that you enjoy, and that's what the salt is going to represent. So next in our cup here, we're going to pour in some salt. And so the salt, again, just kind of fits in around the priorities, I don't know if you can see that, and the things that you have to get done. So it's smaller than those two, and so it fits right in around that, okay? So what comes next is unexpected events. So maybe you get a flat tire. Maybe you've been like my household this week where everybody has gotten sick. You can't find your keys. That happened to me this week where it took me, 15 minutes to find my keys. Maybe something fun comes up. You get tickets to a concert or you get tickets to go to a hockey game or something like that. You get invited to go out of town. You get an invite to a party. You get an invite, just to go hang out. Let's go do something fun. So these are unexpected events. They can be good or bad, but just things that you were not planning. And so that is represented by water. Let me see if I can do this without getting the computer wet. Scoot this back a little bit. So next comes the water. And so the water fits in around those priorities, around those things that you have to get taken care of, around the things that you want to do, and then those unexpected events fit quite well. So most people, well, let me ask that a different way. How many of you, your time management is like this? Everything fits, all nice. You have the time for when those unexpected events come up. They don't throw you off at all. And so usually I have a couple students who say, yeah, I'm able to handle my time this way. But for most students, this is not the way that it goes. So let's go ahead and do things a little bit differently. What typically happens is those unexpected events, the water, come up and they fill our cup first, okay? And so that flat tire, not being able to find your keys, having to go to a funeral, somebody gets sick in your house, whether it's you or a child or a parent, then you have to take on more in your week. And so the unexpected events typically take up our day or our week, whatever it might be. And then because of that, we want to have some fun. We want to do something for ourselves. We want to just veg out in front of the television. And so then comes the salt, okay? And because we want to take care of ourselves. We don't want to deal with everything that has to be dealt with. After that comes the things that we have to do. We have to shower. We have to go to the grocery store. We have to take care of siblings. We have to take care of grandparents, whatever it might be, but those things that you have to do. So then what happens with our priorities? 1, we are late to work. 2, we don't do homework. 3, no time for reading. I don't need to go to class today. It's not that important. And so our time starts to overflow. And this is more typical of how somebody's week goes, more so than the time management system where everything fit nice, okay? And so I like this as a visual because you can really see the importance of those priorities and making sure that within your week, you're going to have time for when those unexpected events come up. You know, every week is not going to be like this. I definitely know that. But the more times you can make things like this, the better for you and the better in handling time management, also not procrastinating and things like that. All right, so hopefully this gives you a good visual of ways that you can work on your own time management.